And welcome to Writer's Life, a place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, taste of my particular writer's life. Where I hope my headphones are working. And where you get the truth about the writer's life. Punch the like button, tap the bell for notifications, so you don't miss out one single exciting video, and don't forget to subscribe. Did I say that? I don't know. I had like a sneezing attack just before I hit the play button. So like, oh my god. Beautiful fall day here. Got the sweater out. The writing sweater. It's that time of year, right? I wish I was leaving for Italy, because normally I'd be leaving for Italy between now and sometime in October. But got to put it off a couple of months this year. But I shouldn't complain, because I spent 2 months there in the spring, if you'll recall. I didn't like where I stayed, but hey, you know, I was 2 months in Tuscany, right? So I can't bitch. Yes, I can. I'm totally bitching about it. I wish I'd go right now. Anyway, other things, more important things, sort of, prevail. However, and I've said this before, I am moving for sure. Oh my gosh. Does that constitute a blooper? My whole setup just fell over. See that? Now you can tell the kids, like, oh, Mr. Sandry's setup fell over. I've said it before, but I am definitely moving to Italy. Between first full time. I mean, I'll go there and come back this year, but this time next year, I hope to be like everything sold off, and I'm going there for good. And a lot of my decision now is sort of for health reasons, because I want it. I'm sick and tired of the food here. Doesn't agree with me. I think it's been making me sick. And did you know? I'm gonna get old Bobby Jr. on you now, real quick. Something like 75% of the ingredients we allow here into our processed foods are illegal in Italy and most other European countries. So that's right there. There's a reason why I go there, or anywhere else in Europe for that matter, and lose like 2 or 3 pounds like within a few days, because all that, you're not getting the processed sodium and all that crap. And so that's a huge strain on your system, believe it or not. And you know, that's why we have so much diabetes here and all sorts of crap, cancers and heart issues, and it's almost as if they're doing it on purpose. Like the FDA has teamed up with the big pharma, and they're like, let's make everybody sick so that they buy all these drugs and we all get rich. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them at all. In any case, you know, I give up. Plus, who doesn't want to live in Europe, right? I could do this anywhere. Kids are all grown. Let's see, next year Ava will be a junior in college, and she's doing really well. So, and all my kids are welcome to stay with me for as long as they want. I don't care how old they are. Maybe even you're welcome. You never know. So here's an interesting tidbit on the world news tonight scene. I think this past weekend, it was either this past weekend or the weekend before, we came within a curly of all-out nuclear war. Biden was ready to sign papers giving Zelensky the go-ahead and the equipment to utilize long-range missiles in Russia. Good idea. Really good idea. This is what you're up against. You're not up against the world. You're up against your own country. And Russia came back and they're like, that's it. We go to war then. And he's like, oh yeah, he's just bluffing. I'm tough. I still got it together. Who's next? Who's next? This is where we're at. And the U.S. had to back down. Now, you're not going to hear about it on, Joy Reid of the world are not going to speak about it because it's humiliating. And now we got this guy Zelensky over here meddling in our elections. But then again, we did place him in his position in Ukraine. Thank you, Victoria Nuland, you bitch. So maybe he should meddle. Maybe he's got every right in the book. Maybe he's like, look at, I'm just as bad as Epstein, and I can name exactly who's on the take with this war. Now listen, I'm not shilling for either side in this thing. Although, do I think the entire destruction of a generation of young people in Ukraine is a war crime? I do. I think somebody should pay for it. And do I agree that Russia should have gone in the way they did? No. I think there was diplomacy to be had. But anyway, that being said, the point is we came real close to just not being here today. Just being gone, obliterated. And had you survived that attack, you would have wished, will have wished you died. What did Khrushchev say? The survivors of nuclear war will envy the dead. That's where we're at with this current administration, and I'm not trying to get political by any means. I'm just looking at it as a human being, as an American, as a man of the world. I'm just looking at it as a father. I want my kids to survive and have kids and all that sort of stuff. And we've reached crisis proportions. What can you do? Vote. Don't vote with on ideological grounds. Don't vote on emotional grounds. Vote on practical grounds. That's all I can say. I can't tell you to do, I'm not your dad. I can't tell you to do who to vote for one way or the other, nor do I want to know. I'm not shilling for anybody, but just in case you didn't realize it, because it hasn't been, publicly, it hasn't been publicly announced that we came so close. I don't think we've come so close since the Cuban Missile Crisis or the crisis that happened in '78, which I don't think that was a diplomatic crisis in '78. I think it was more of a, by mistake we spotted something on radar and everybody armed up. I could be wrong about that. That might have been the one in '85. Anyway, my point is these happen all the time, but this one was a breakdown in diplomacy. And actually we don't have any diplomacy at all. So what got me on this thing today, I'm not entirely sure, but I just thought, as your friendly writer's life person, DJ, whatever, that I should tell you the truth about what happened and what they are keeping from you and what they don't want you to know. They don't care about you. They don't. They could give a shit whether you live or die. A leader's number one responsibility is to protect its citizens. That's not happening. Not happening by a long shot. I pray that in a few months, all this is over, that we can go back to living fruitful lives. All right, there's some dude's using a blower in the background. All right, I'll catch you guys in a couple days, and ciao, ciao.